This project as part of their annual Thanksgiving tradition. We'll give you the details coming up next.
Live from KYMA Studios, this is News 11 Nightside, your #1 source for news in the desert Southwest.
Happy Thanksgiving to all of you. Irene Cruz and Rob Fram have the night off. So how are all of you spending this Thanksgiving Day? Many started this day with a shopping spree or a parade, and a few of us are working, like here at News 11, and some are home spending time with loved ones. Brian Moore gives us a look at how people around the country are celebrating.
The Rockettes kicked off Thanksgiving Day 2014 in style at the annual Macy's Parade in Manhattan, as processions wound through Houston and the windy city streets of Chicago, where some people did a better job of keeping warm than others.
Good morning, Kmart shoppers.
In Denver, some early birds set out before dawn in search of deals and a head start on the Black Friday sales and crowds, even if unintentionally.
Isn't today Black Friday?
Nope, today's Thanksgiving Day, Thursday.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Speaking of sorry, many travelers were none too happy about being delayed on runways and roadways across the country on this holiday. But at least they had heat and power, unlike hundreds of thousands in the Northeast knocked offline by a powerful storm.
Hello.
Far above, in the International Space Station, American Commander Barry Wilmore was ready for a feast.
Turkey. So I'm going to have some smoked turkey. This here is cornbread dressing.
Soldiers in far-flung posts around the world gave thanks, and a few received personal thanks.
Well, are you having a big Thanksgiving feast? Well, you're not alone. By one estimate, we in the U.S. will consume more than 7 billion calories today. The good news is we're paying less than we did in the past. A Thanksgiving meal this year is 21% cheaper than it was back in 1986, adjusted for inflation. And the First Family continues an annual Thanksgiving tradition today by taking part in the Service Project. The Obamas handed out food to families at a Washington, D.C. pantry called Bread for the City. The President and Mrs. Obama were joined by daughters Sasha and Malia and Mrs. Obama's mother. As they helped pack and distribute meals. Along with food, the President dished out warm Thanksgiving wishes to each recipient. And here at home, Thanksgiving is not just one day, but 3. It was the 3rd day of Thanksgiving dinners at Crossroads Mission. News 11 went down this afternoon to see how successful the turnout was. For Thanksgiving, across the country, people are celebrating with their family. People of Crossroads Mission hosted their 3rd day of Thanksgiving.
Over the course of Tuesday and Wednesday, we served over 2,600 meals.
Even those who couldn't make it didn't go hungry.
We sent out about 800 homebound meals to people who could not get to the mission.
Last year, they served more than 5,000 people, so they knew they had to plan ahead.
I know with the turkey drive, we got a huge outpour from the community, just helping us get those turkeys.
With the help from the community, they were able to feed everyone and even have leftovers.
It's better to have too much than too little, and we'd rather have that food and be able to serve it to people who actually need it.
Crossroads opened up its doors to anyone who needed a warm meal.
Also thankful to have a place in Yuma where we can see people gather and get food.
And those who came to get a meal got more than just a full stomach. Coats and blankets were handed out as well.
I worked in where all the clothes were, where all the donations for the clothes for the homeless, and so it was amazing seeing all the people come and just helping the less fortunate. We're so grateful. We're in a really good program here. God brought us here.
The mission has plenty of leftover turkey, so if you need somewhere to go this Thanksgiving and every day, Crossroads doors are always open. Well, back here at home, the power of the average citizen prevails. These two are now behind bars on multiple drug-related charges. Neighbors reported suspicious activity at a home in the 900 block of Date Avenue. Deputies of the Yuma County Sheriff's Office say they found drugs and other paraphernalia there. 38-year-old Ishmael Azaria and 34-year-old Crystal Moore face charges of either possession of a narcotic drug for sale or felony possession of drug paraphernalia and other charges. Well, it's all eyes on the first witness in the Jody Arias retrial. An appeals court threw out a late October ruling that blocked the public from watching. The appeals court says that the order closed the courtroom during any testimony by Jordy Arias. It's unclear if the testimony was made by Arias herself or someone on her behalf. Arias was convicted of murder last year in the 2008 death of her ex-boyfriend. A new jury has been picked up to decide her sentence. Well, what happens on the internet will stay on the internet for the time being. A federal judge put a hold on the new Arizona revenge porn law. It'll give the legislator time to change the law since some say it was broadly written. And reports of sexual assault at San Diego State University have raised serious concerns on campus. Students recently participated in a demonstration to protest the violence. Some students who were members of fraternities reportedly behaved inappropriately at the demonstration. Liberty Zabala reports on how the university is dealing with the problem.
Campus was relatively quiet for Thanksgiving break, but also for another reason. Greek Row voluntarily suspended all its social activities.
People at the Imperial Valley Food Bank is pioneering a new program with a menu they hope will help in the treatment and the fight against diabetes. News 11's Milrose Bosco has this Healthline 11 report. Well, it was quite warm today for our Thanksgiving, as well as in the kitchen. Things were heating up. They were also heating up outside. Let's take a look outside at our temperatures. Right now in El Centro, it's 57 degrees, and Blythe 58, as well as Yuma is 63 degrees. And we'll look at the local radar and satellite. It doesn't look like there's a lot of wind or anything right now. Pretty clear and not very breezy. And then tonight, it's supposed to be mild. Tomorrow, slightly warmer, and down the road, a little bit of rain. So be prepared for that. All right, well, discounts mean very little to those who simply take whatever they want. Police are chasing down those gangs and thieves in several cities who are all using a similar bold tactic. They're not just cleaning stores out, they're also leaving them in shambles. NBC's Kevin Tibbles reports.
Escalating the smash and grab robbery to the crash and grab. Thieves targeting high-end retailers by stepping on the gas. Chicago.
Well, coming up next on Nightside, imagine a turkey smaller than a man's thumb but big enough to feed 4. How can that be? We'll tell you how coming up next. Plus, we asked people across the country one simple question. What are you most thankful for? Well, we'll have that story coming up. Stay with us. You're watching News 11, where news comes first.
Your favorite talk shows are on News Talk 5.
Live from KYMA Studios, this is News 11 Nightside, your #1 source for news in the desert Southwest.
Welcome back. Well, imagine a turkey smaller than a man's thumb, but it's enough to feed 4 because the diners are tiny critters. Jeannie Mose reports on that gobble gobble that became the nibble nibble.
The turkey, prepare the pie. When you sit down to Thanksgiving dinner, give thanks your portions aren't hamster-sized. Tiny Hamster's Tiny Thanksgiving is actually dinner for 4. 2 hamsters, a rat, and a rabbit, which made it
extremely chaotic.
And long. This not quite 2-minute video took 12 hours to shoot. The pilgrim hats are taped on, and the human pilgrim serving the feast is actually an LA food critic. Hamster Thanksgiving was brought to you by the same folks who created Tiny Hamster eating tiny burritos, and Tiny Birthday Cake, and Tiny Hamster versus Kobayashi, the former Nathan's hot dog eating champ. The hamster won. A viral ad agency called Denizen dreamed up tiny hamsters eating tiny food to show off their creative chops. Are those actually dental instruments you're using?
Yes.
That's a dental mirror inspecting a burrito, and that's a scalpel carving the turkey. We're assured no hamsters suffered indigestion in the making of these videos.
With every shoot, we hire a food stylist to kind of design and work with the animal trainers to find out what each animal's diet is.
Then they'd turn hamster-friendly ingredients into human-looking food. The videos were so popular they inspired imitators who paid homage by using pet hamsters to suck up spaghetti and nibble pizza. As is often the case with Thanksgiving dinners, there was friction between the tiny diners. One hamster was caught in the act of stealing a drumstick from the other hamster's plate, but at least there were no pies in the face. Jeannie Moe, CNN, New York.
Well, in a week that brought a lot of news and not much of it good, it seemed as though America paused today to give thanks, take a breath, and reflect on a moment when there were those who celebrated quietly with family and those who chose to hit the stores. Yes, even on Thanksgiving Day. We'll get to the shopping and what Americans are most thankful for. NBC's Peter Alexander reports. For those who couldn't wait for deep discounts on the day after Thanksgiving, many retailers across the country opened up on the holiday itself. It may look like Black Friday, but it was still Thanksgiving Thursday when these shoppers did a turkey trot into a North Carolina mall to look for bargains. Last year, more than 1,000 major chains opened on Thanksgiving night, and sales doubled from the year before, according to Shopper Track, which tracks sales data. This year, Shopper Track expects Thanksgiving Day sales to go up another 3 to 5%, even though the National Retail Federation says that the number of shoppers could drop slightly from last year. It estimates 25.6 million Americans will do some shopping today on Thanksgiving Day. Well, it's called Thanksgiving for a reason, and though it may get all mixed up in commercialism and the annual buying frenzy that now begins way too soon, it is still a day rooted in giving thanks for the harvest or whatever else might make your world a little brighter this time of year. So we asked Americans from all over the country one simple question: what are you most thankful for?
This Thanksgiving, I am so thankful for just my life. I love what I do.
I'm thankful for freedom and to be able to choose to be a part of something that helps others.
I'm thankful for family.
I'm thankful for my friends playing with me and being nice to me and playing fair.
I'm thankful I live in beautiful, sunny Southern California.
Thankful for my brothers a little bit, but not so much because they keep wrestling me up. Well, not my baby one, so I'm thankful for him a little bit more.
I'm thankful for having the best job in the world.
I'm thankful for being able to live out my dream every single day.
I am thankful for my job. I can have plenty of food on the table for my husband, my family.
I'm thankful for football because I get to see the Giants and the Buccaneers and the Bengals play.
I'm very, very, very thankful for my big TV.
I'm thankful for my new wife. We've only been married for about a year.
I'm thankful for a loving family and a wife that I've been married to for 47 years.
I'm very thankful for my children. They make me happy and they bring me such joy.
I'm thankful for seeing my whole entire family because I never get to see them a lot.
This Thanksgiving, I'm thankful to the men and women of the armed forces who are serving overseas that won't be able to spend time with their family this holiday.
Wanted to say I love y'all, Grandma. Love you, Mom. Happy holidays. Please save me some food. You know I'm hungry.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Well, I'm thankful for all of my viewers, so thank you for watching. A new champion made his TV debut Thursday at the National Dog Show. We'll bring you the winners of Best in Show in a little bit. And were the warmer temperatures just for Thanksgiving, or is it here to stay? We'll tell you that coming up next after the break. Well, it was a very beautiful Thanksgiving Day and quite warm for this week. It actually went up for today. Thank you, Yuma Rehabilitation Hospital, for that beautiful skycam view of the evening of Yuma. Looks very nice and quiet out there. Let's take a look at your local temperatures. Right now, it's 63 degrees in Yuma with a 21% humidity and 22-degree dew point, with the winds coming in from the north-northeast at about 3 miles per hour. And right now in El Centro, it's 57 degrees with a 51% humidity and 39-degree dew point, with the winds coming in from the west at 7 miles per hour, just a little bit cooler than Yuma. And for our almanac temperatures, today it was a high of 85 in Yuma and a low of 55 degrees, normally around 73 degrees for the high and 50 for the low. Our record temps dating back to 1950 were 88 degrees with a low of 31 all the way back to 1880. Look at that. And if we look at the almanac temperatures in El Centro, it was 82 degrees for a high and 44 for a low, normally around 74 for the high and 44 for the low. Record temps 89 degrees in 1954 and 32 degrees back in 1952. And if we look at our satellite and radar, there's a little bit of wind coming in and it says some rain, so be ready for that. And the national satellite and radar looks like it's kind of breezy, so we may have some pressure and some precipitation coming in. And then just some currents across the nation. Down there in San Francisco, 55 degrees, Las Vegas, 51, Albuquerque, 41 degrees, and 44 in Dallas. And your 8-day forecast here in Yuma this week, it looks like it's going to be in the mid-80s down to the mid-70s, so kind of a range there. And in El Centro, your 8-day forecast, it's 80 degrees on Friday, 81 on Saturday, 80 on Sunday, 77 on Monday, and it kind of just goes down the staircase, ending at 74 degrees on next Friday. Well, thank you so much to our viewers for sending in this adorable picture. These cuties were actually helping out at the Crossroads mission, and they sent that in to us, so thank you. We love seeing all of your pictures, so please keep sending them. Well, up next in sports, just 2 days after being hit in a match, a famous cricket player passed away today. We'll have the details coming up after the break. Welcome back. Well, a 25-year-old Australian cricket player died today, just 2 days after getting hit by a ball during a domestic match in Sydney. NBC's Kelly Cobalia has more from London on the tragic accident.
Philip Hughes was at bat Tuesday when a fast-moving pitch hit him just behind the ear. He dropped. Teammates called out for help. Hughes was rushed to the hospital for emergency surgery, but he never regained consciousness.
This was a freakish accident, because it was an injury to the neck that caused hemorrhage in the brain. It's in this condition.
Brazilian soccer great Pele is receiving treatment at a Sao Paulo hospital for a urinary tract infection. Today, a three-time World Cup champion has moved to a hospital wing where he can enjoy some privacy, according to his spokesperson. The Albert Einstein Hospital has issued a short statement saying the 74-year-old had been moved to the special care unit. Pele was discharged from the hospital on the same hospital on November 13th after undergoing surgery to remove kidney stones. And a Gonzaga basketball player suffered a broken jaw in Wednesday's win over Georgia. Freshman Josh Perkins got kicked in the face during a scary collision with Georgia's Kenny Gaines. Perkins shot faked in the corner, getting Gaines up in the air and attempted to drive to the basket where Gaines struck Perkins in his jaw with his shin. Both players fell to the floor, that is, and Perkins was checked out by trainers before walking to the locker room. Perkins was taken to the hospital after the game, and his jaw was wired shut, and he is out indefinitely. Perkins was a 230-point guard recruit that was averaging 6.3 points and 4.3 assists. 10th ranked Gonzaga beat Georgia 88-75 on Wednesday night. Well, Detroit's Calvin Johnson is already an elite receiver, and he set 2 more records in today's Thanksgiving games against Chicago. Johnson, better known as Megatron, became the fastest player in the NFL history to reach 10,000 receiving yards. Today was his 115th game, and a 9-yard catch in the second quarter put him over the mark. Johnson finished today's Turkey Day game with 11 catches for his 146 yards and also 2 touchdowns, including the 25-yarder in the first quarter and his 6-yarder just before halftime. He also set a record for most total Thanksgiving Day touchdowns. Well, a new champion made his TV debut Thursday in the American Kennel Club's National Dog Show. The event took place the weekend of November 15th and 18th in Philadelphia and aired on NBC this afternoon, just after the Macy's Day Parade. Nathan the Bloodhound was named Best in Show by the panel of judges. Reserve Best in Show went to a Samoyed herd dog bred in Siberia. And winners of 7 individual groups advance to the finals, where the Best in Show is selected. Well, if you want to know what to do with any of your extra frozen turkeys you have laying around, well, you could cook them, or we'll tell you about a new game coming up next.
Go Santos, weekdays on KYMA News 11.
Frozen turkeys turned bowling balls helped raise money for charity today in Cincinnati. Fountain Square turned into an outside bowling alley. It was complete with bowling pins and frozen turkeys. Participants tossed in $5 or brought 2 canned goods to play. Whether participants hit strikes or missed altogether, the proceeds went to a good cause. Thanks so much for watching tonight. We'll see you tomorrow.